brought us together. Prophet Muhammad is his messenger and his son. The purpose of today's seating, again the same, please be Allah to get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In this snowing day, in this winter, we all come together just for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nothing else. I will start today with the little story or saying of Imam Ahmad Hanbali to his son. So if you remember Imam Ahmad Hanbali, he was a great Imam. He was like he been tortured for decade for his standing firm on the Quran and the Sunnah, and he been tortured for that, and he been put into a prison in solitary confinement with the torture for decade, and he's been there for, it seems like forever. And when he come out, and when the people start realizing what he has done, the people come and ask for forgiveness. And who torture him in the prison, they come and ask, they cry and they ask the forgiveness, and he keep forgiving them. He keep forgiving them, all of them who comes and ask for the forgiveness. Even though they torture them, they torture so much that the back of the skin is no more there on his back. And he still forgive all of them. One day, his son, his name mentioned is Saleh, that he came and asked, I understand the people that who come and ask for forgiveness, and you forgive all of them. What about those people who died before or deceased before you? They come and ask for forgiveness. What about those? What's going to happen to them? He said, I forgive all of them also. Those who deceased or did not came and asked for forgiveness, I forgive all of them. So he was a little surprised. He said, I understand the people that come and ask for forgiveness, they remorse, they don't feel good about that, and that's why they are asking for forgiveness. You forgive, I completely understand. Then why those who don't even bother to come and they even died before? So then he mentioned the ayah from Quran, Surah Shura, that ayah number 40, that he's saying, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, فَمَنْ عَفَى وَأَصْلَحَ فَأَجْرَهُ عَلَى اللَّهِ, means then he who forgives and reconcile, to make his reward from the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The tashri or the tafsir from Imam Hassan al-Basri, that he mentioned that on the day of the judgment, when everybody will be on their knees, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell them, stay there on your knees, no one will stand. No one will stand. All the mankind will be on their knees, except those who I owe the ajr. And who are those people? Are the one who forgive just for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why he mentioned to his son, I wanted to be among those who stand up on that day. That's why I forgive those people who came to ask the forgiveness, and also those people who do not. Look at his heart, the gold heart that he has. He take it as an opportunity. Okay, if he does not come, this is my golden opportunity, this is my ticket to stand up on that day. This is kind of like forgiveness in the heart that we should have in our heart. That yes, my brother Bob did something wrong to me, my sister did something wrong to me, or my friend did something wrong to me. If they come and ask the forgiveness, great, right? They will get the reward also, and I will get the reward if I forgive. The forgiveness or ghafara means to not only the actual meaning is to conceal, to erase, right? To cover it up. So the ulama mention it, when you forgive, you erase it out and you turn the page. Which means if somebody even asks you about what happened between you and your friend, remember that time? how you respond to it is also depend how you forgive them. So if you completely erase and turn the page, that's it. I'm not going to talk about it. It's already done. It's over. There's nothing between us anymore. So may Allah give us the ability, give us the tawfiq to forgive the people that hurt us. And it's happened, and it's always going to happen. There's always going to be somebody who's going to hurt us. Take it as an opportunity. Take it as a golden ticket that we will forgive just for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We completely erase and turn the page. And inshallah, with Allah's mercy, we will raise and we will stand up on that. That should be our goal. So, Allah Ta'ala forgive us all and give us the tawfiq to forgive them. We were doing the hadith number 24. That was, alhamdulillah, we almost at the end. We covered quite a bit of that, mashallah. We start with the, somebody will remind me what are the things we have talked about so far. So we talk about that hadith is a hadith Qudsi, right? We talk about what is hadith Qudsi and what is the Quran. If somebody will ask me the question that what's the difference? This has also come from Jibreel. How can you say this is not Quran, right? We discuss that. We discuss why Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is saying, "Oh my servant." People can take it wrong way to that, right? It's the love of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. That's how it's mentioning it. That Ya Ibadi, Ya Ibadi, right? We talk about it. What is the zulm, right? What kind of zulms are there? What is the actual meanings of zulm, right? This is just like I'm going over with the briefly, so we all know. Then we talk about the guidance last week, right? What is the guidance? What are the 4 steps of the guidance? How do we get the guidance, right? We always ask Allah, "Oh Allah, guide me. Oh Allah, guide me," right? Do we know the 4 steps? How do we get the guidance? First, we need to have the intention, right? Then we ask the dua. Ask Allah to Allah guide me. And we do that every namaz, right? At least 17 times we do. Ehdina siratal mustaqim, right? ऐसा बात जो कि उन लोगों का हो जिन पे आपने नेमत बरसाई, जिन पे आपने कर्म किया. We always ask that. Then after the dua, we need to work for it, right? We cannot just sit and ask the dua and then don't work for it. So we need to seek the knowledge for the guidance. And once you get the knowledge, you apply it and you put in a practical application of those. And that's how you get the guidance. And that's how the people who see the guidance and who understand, they follow the guidance. And there are few people, even the guidance come to them, they do not follow the guidance because they manipulate the guidance according to what they need and what they want actually. May Allah protect us on that. Then we talk about, then in this hadith, then we mentioned like when you need food, then you ask Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for the food. And when we talking about the asking to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, we are maintaining the relationship between the master and the slaves. We discussed that, right? Who's the master, who's the slaves? What is the purpose of asking? Because we don't have anything in our hand. Even though I have a seed, I have a water, I have a land, I have acres of land and I can put the seed, it's not in my control that it will grow. It's not in my control that it will produce the fruit even though it has a trees on it. It's not in my control. It's not in my control the sunshine that it will shine on it. So that is the Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala that provides us. For Ibn Tahimi and Ibn Rajab also mentioned that the 2 ways we get the food, from the spiritual food and the physical food. We talk about that. Then we talk about the clothes, right? How to cover our body, right? That's also, if we need the clothing, we ask to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. We talk about the spiritual clothing is taqwa, we talk about the physical clothing, the clothes that we wear. We mentioned that how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created from the synthetic things, the clothes, from the organic things, the cottons, and even from the worms like the silk, right? Subhanallah. Like the silk, how the silk is formed, if you see, it's come from the worm. And then you have the synthetic also, and you have the organic also. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that if you ponder upon all those small stuff, you see how magnificent is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and how much He owns that we cannot even imagine, but we can ponder on just looking in every single thing around us. And that shows the dominion and the kingdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the kingdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is such a big that even though we all, mankind and the jinn and the animals all combine together, ask whatever we want, and He give everything what we want, even though there's nothing going to be diminished from His kingdoms and His mercy and His blessing. That was also been mentioned in this hadith. At the end of this hadith, and the last few part, it was mentioned it was the deed that dragged on us. So what does it mean? So at the end, whatever the good comes to us is from the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He bestows on us that we are here, we are healthy, and all the ni'mah that we have, and all the ni'mah that will come, that's from the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the bad thing that happens, that is related to our sins and the consequence of the evil deeds that we did. That is related to us. So we should ask to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us. And we should continue ask the guidance and continue forgiving the people, so the mercy continues coming on us. Because the rest is related to the istighfar, the rest is related to the good deeds too. Ibn Tahimi is actually mentioning there's a three type of the people, and that's I would like to discuss that. Is there are people who classify as if the good come is from the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sorry, I take it back. So the first class that he mentioned is the worst one. These are the people who, when the good comes, is from me, I work hard. I really work hard, right? And I deserve it. When the bad come, it's come from the Allah. These are the worst kind of the people.
And the bad comes from where, you said?
The bad is from the Allah, from the Qadar, right? ये तो मेरी किस्मत में लिखा होता, right? इस वजह से होगा. And the second one, the desired one, are the one that who takes the goods to the Allah, that is from the mercy of Allah, and the bad comes, as is mentioned, is because of our sin, our bad deeds. The third class is a confused class. According to them, these are the people who feel they do not need a guidance, and everything that is here. And these are the people who say the good and the bad come just because of me. I don't need any guidance. I don't need, na'udhu any guidance from Allah. These are the third confused class. They do not know. They do not know the path is even there. So may Allah protect us and our kids and all our generations from that part. This is, if you look in combining everything together, what does it's mentioning is understand the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His kingdom, and how, no matter how pious you want to be and how pious all collectively the mankind is going to be, it's not going to increase or decrease anything to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He does not need us, we need Him. This is the basic purpose of this whole hadith, that we need to understand that we are in need of Him, not He is in need of us or our ibadah. May Allah protect us all. I think we covered, alhamdulillah, this hadith, which is hadith number 24. That was a, mashallah, very big, very comprehensive hadith. And just remind yourself all the time when we do, I including myself, the intentions for every deed we do. Sometimes it get, I won't say corrupt, but it get contaminated easily for the dunya, for the adding on the some benefit from the dunya to get the say the wow tarif from the people, or the any contamination can happen. So we just need to be continuously reviving our niyyah and when we do the good deeds, and it's gonna happen even during that the deeds when you are doing it. So just reviving it, and that's the best way we can do it. May Allah protect us all and give us the guidance and keep us in the straight path.
Dr. Sir, I have two questions.
Yes.
Can I ask?
Yes, please.
I know how we can bring our ego down?
How can we bring our ego down?
And second thing, how we can bring our heart very, very hard, okay? How we can bring this heart soft?
So Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioning is, if the best way is to do the softening your heart is to give the shafqa on the yatim, right? On the people who's maskeen and yatim, you spread your hand on those kids. It's mean the virtual meanings too, that you actually do it, and to help those people who are in need. And yatim and maskeen is the one that is not necessarily lost the father. That's the actual definition is, right? But those who does not have a means to fulfill their need also are considered that. So that's the one way of humbling your heart. Humbling your heart, or get rid of the ego, the best way we can, what my teachers are telling, right? How you can do that is to do how do they train their students is, if they see any arrogance on them, they put them on the worst job. Clean the toilets. Clean the toilets. Clean the toilets in the masjid. If I'm feeling as I'm a good, best dentist, I should be cleaning it up. The toilet. Simple recipe. Right? By doing that, it will get us close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Realize that. For me, the best part that happened to my life is when I was in Muzdalfa during the Hajj, when we were in the ground and laying in the ground without anything, with everybody, and that realize there's nothing is, everything is here is actually just the Ajib is like a Sahar is a Jadoo, it's nothing actually there. Actual reality is that when everybody is all together in the ground, everybody is same, everybody wearing the same clothes, there's no difference. The only difference is our deed, is how close to we are with the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and how we deal with each other. These are the two things. I hope I answer your questions.
Allah said also in the Quran, Inna Safa al Marwata min Sha'irillah. Safa Marwa, when people move, rich, poor, everybody is in this line, and they are moving from one place to another. Safa Marwa, Inna Safa al Marwata min Sha'irillah. There is a teaching for all those people, where who is rich, who is poor, who is anything, everybody. Allah said in the Quran. And when you line up for the toilet in